What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I've recorded a video last, so happy new year to everybody, even though we're in February, but either way, happy new year to everybody. Now, for this video, I wanted to talk about a subject that a lot of people been maybe familiar with. A lot of people may relate to this subject, and I wanted to take a time to talk about it because I have been dealing with it for about a year already, and there's still a lot of things I'm learning, a lot of things that I'm processing along the way, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, and hopefully someone out there may benefit from this information that I'm about to talk to you guys today, and it's anxiety. Now, I've only been dealing with anxiety for about a year already, so I'm still fairly new to all of this. Um, I wanted to just dive deep into it without further ado. So I have been dealing with anxiety and panic attacks, so to speak, for about a year already. I did not realize, or I wasn't really aware that everything that I was dealing with was anxiety. It took me a couple of months to really know that all the symptoms I was experiencing were because of anxiety. I have been the person who has, I guess, been the healthiest. I have never had to go to the doctor for anything, not even because of the flu, not even because of anything. Since I was little, I've always been a very, very healthy person, and which is why whenever I started having these symptoms, I always treated them like if it was something, oh, it's just, a cold, or it's just a symptom of, it's just something that my body is telling me, I'm about to have a flu or something like that. And I never really, well, how I say this, I never really thought of me going to a doctor to deal or to talk about what I was going through. But it came to the point where I just these symptoms were reoccurring, things that came out of nowhere for no specific reason, and some of the symptoms that I was experiencing were dizziness, a lot of dizziness. I was having fast heartbeats. I was having a symptom, what now I know that it's called derealization or depersonalization, where you start having this feeling that you're outside of your body, a feeling that you're about to lose it, a symptom or a feeling that you are going to lose control of your body movements. It's a very, very scary feeling. So when I finally made the decision to go to a doctor, I went to my doctor, and I started um, pretty much telling her all my medical history. I've never dealt with anything, and I started uh, telling her all the symptoms that I was experiencing. And at first, she was like, "You know what? You're just having an anxiety attack. Try to take teas. Try to stay calm." And I'm a very hyperactive person, so it's very hard for me to stay calm or remain calm because I'm always active. And at the time, I was a very heavy coffee drinker, so I would drink coffee all the time, even if I didn't need it to. It was just more of a habit of always drinking coffee. So um, I followed the doctor's instructions. I started uh, drinking teas, trying to see if those symptoms would wear off eventually, but they didn't. It was the complete opposite. They started getting worse. I started having very rapid heartbeats more frequently, dizziness. I started experiencing those out of body uh, experiences, so to speak, that I was telling you guys about a couple minutes ago. And it came to the point where they were starting to disrupt my day to day life. Um, I I remember that every little thing that I used to be able to do, I couldn't do it anymore. like I was saying, I was a heavy coffee drinker, and it came to the point where I started noticing that drinking coffee made this worse. It came to the point where drinking any sort of stimulant or anything caffeinated, like Coke, uh, um, coffee, anything Monster, anything would make those symptoms worse. So I had to completely stop drinking those drinks, and I was only on water. I was only on um uh, lemonade, things like that, and I remember that I reached out to my doctor and I was like, hey, I'm still feeling this way. I can't control it. So the first diagnosis that I received was vertigo. Vertigo. And I remember that the doctor, the first diagnosis she gave me was vertigo because one of my main symptoms was dizziness. So I was giving some medication for vertigo, which is called meclizine. And I remember when I was taking meclizine, it actually made me get dizzier. So I told the doctor, hey, this medication's not working for me. I really don't think that what I'm having is a vertigo, because the dizziness does come along with a sense of doom, a feeling that I'm going to pass out, a feeling that I'm dying, that my heart is going to pop out of my chest, that kind of feeling. And the doctor was like, what I'm suspecting that you're having is anxiety, panic disorder. So I went ahead and I consulted with a psychologist, and the psychologist did indeed confirm that what you're having are panic disorders. So with that in mind, I went back to my primary care physician and I told him, hey, my mental health specialist, my psychologist did tell me, hey, you know what, he told me that you are having a panic disorder. So I was prescribed clonazepam. Now, many of you guys know out there that clonazepam belongs to the family of benzos. It's a short word, benzos. And another medication that belongs in the family of clonazepam is Xanax. So these medications help with anxiety, panic disorders, and things like that. Now, one of the things that this medication does, it just pretty much just relaxes you. It relaxes you. But one of the things about this medication is that it is very addictive. So it has a very addicting effects to it, very sedative effects to it. So if you start taking this medication on a day-to-day basis, then you start getting hooked to it. So from the start, my doctor did tell me, you know what, this medication is very addictive, so be careful on how you take it, and make sure that you only take it as needed. So I started noticing that my panic attacks started coming very more frequently. They started coming much stronger, and I saw the need of taking this medication more often, the clonazepam. So a couple of days ago, I went back to the doctor, and we talked about this, and telling her, what, I don't want to get hooked into clonazepam because I've seen a lot of videos out there where the withdrawals of these medications tend to be very bad, and it comes to the point where you depend completely of this medication. Now keep in mind though that everything that I'm just telling you about has been in almost a year. Everything that has happened has been in about a course of a year. So now to the present day, I talked to my doctor and she was like, I am going to start you on a medication called Prozac. Now, I have heard of Prozac in the past. I wasn't really familiar with Prozac, and Prozac, now I know, belongs to a family of medications called SSRIs, which SSRI stands for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Now, SSRIs are a class of drugs that are typically used as antidepressants in treatment of major depressive disorder and anxiety disorders. Now, this medication, I was just prescribed it a couple of days ago, but I have been very skeptical about taking it because of its side effects. My doctor did give me not a warning, but just a heads up of the side effects that I would experience with this medication, and some of these side effects include, loose bowel movement, an increase in anxiety, um, so like headaches, things of that nature. So when starting this medication, you're probably going to see more negative effects as opposed to benefits. But my doctor says that along the way, maybe once you're 2 3 weeks in, you start seeing a difference um, in your anxiety and panic disorder. So I'm gonna actually show you guys what this medication looks like. Um, so it's pretty much looks like this. Let's see if that camera can focus. Um, this is what it is. Now the other term for Prozac, it's well the Prozac is a brand, but the medication is fluoxetine. I don't know if you guys can are able to see it there, but fluoxetine, and then it says there substitute for Prozac. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see it, um, but yeah, so I have not started the medication yet. I've been hesitating a lot in taking it, but I'm gonna. I recorded this video with the purpose of pretty much starting give you guys an update of how I'm feeling, because I know a lot of people out there probably gonna are got prescribed this medication and are also skeptical about taking it or don't know what to expect. So I'm going to start kind of like a weekly or like a bi-weekly video update as far as how I am reacting to this medication. I do know that there's a lot of other side effects that come with this medication that I did not mention. Now, of course, I am not a physician, I'm not a doctor, so please, if you did get this medication prescribed, take the time to talk to your doctor and see if you are dealing with anxiety and panic disorder and they have not yet mentioned this medication. Talk to your doctor about it, see if this could be an option for you. From what I've seen or what I've heard, this medication is a mixed feelings. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. A lot of people benefit from it, a lot of people don't. It just depends. Also, from what I've heard, this medication, when you first started, you have to really see what time of the day is best to take it, because for a lot of people it can cause insomnia, but for a lot of people it may get you drowsy. So it just it just depends on your body. So yeah, I just gonna start taking this medication now. I did get prescribed the lowest dose, which is 10 milligrams. It's a capsule. So I am going to start taking this medication and see how I react to it. And of course, if it's something negative or something good, I'm always going to keep you guys updated, because I know a lot of people will want to know, a feedback. Again, I am not a physician. I am not a doctor, certified doctor, or anything like that. But I will give my personal experience taking this medication, and hopefully, it helps someone out there that is also struggling with anxiety and wants to know more about this medication. But if you guys are in this medication and want to give your feedback about it, please feel free to drop a comment down below and tell me your experience taking this medication. It will help me out a lot, as well, and what to expect. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that these next videos that I'm going to be uploading help you guys in one way or another. and I will keep you guys updated. And also, I want to take the time to invite you guys, if you guys are dealing with anxiety or depression or panic disorder, we actually have a private Facebook group. I'm going to drop the link down below as well, where you guys are more than welcome to join. We help each other out. If you're having a panic attack and things like that, and you just want a distraction post or you want someone to talk to, we have this Facebook group there. Everybody is welcome to join. If even if you're not dealing with anxiety disorder and you just want to meet new people, this is a private Facebook group that you are more than welcome to join again, as well as all my social media. I'm going to share it down below as well for you to follow me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you guys soon.
I know this is real, 'cause it's all I feel, and you won't